I've got to say, I'm falling in love with Nancy. Her voice does a lot for me. Never mind Bernie and his sordid affair. Me and Nancy, we're gonna have the sordid affair. I'm telling you. We're gonna look at Planet Zoo in a whole new light by the end of this campaign. Good evening, folks. This is BestInSlot. We're back with a little bit more Planet Zoo, and we're going to continue our campaign playthrough. Today, we're moving on to Mission 3, what looks to be maybe the final of the tutorial levels. This is the Bare Essentials at Panda Park. Panda Park is Bernard Goodwin's newest zoo, built from the ground up to celebrate the panda in all its form. This park represents an unparalleled opportunity to show the world just how much the Goodwin Foundation knows about breeding animals on the cusp of endangerment, so don't squander it. Let's give it a go. Panda Park. I'm actually really excited to have my campaign globe just covered in golden animal statues. Well, really, I'm excited to play with the pandas. I've never been a big panda fan, generally speaking, but I will say the pandas in Planet Zoo are incredibly adorable, like heartbreakingly adorable. I'm a big fan of them in this game.
Pandas. They're my daughter's favorite animal. I think it's fair to say that if ever there was an animal which has captured the public's imagination, it's pandas. Well, that's assuming you ignore cats and dogs, obviously. It'll take more than a cute bear to knock them off of the top spot. Oh, but did you know? Thanks to the incredible conservation work that's being done in China and around the world, pandas are no longer endangered. Amazing! That said, they're still considered vulnerable. So, this zoo is extraordinarily lucky and honored to be part of that conservation effort. It really speaks to our reputation, a reputation that you're going to be in charge of maintaining, along with all the general maintaining too. I really can't tell you how important the welfare of those pandas is. Oh, wait, I can. It is vitally important. The eyes of the world are on you, my friend. Although, perhaps more pressingly, the eyes of Nancy are on you too.
Welcome to China. This is Bernie's brand new Panda Celebration Zoo. So new, in fact, that it's not quite finished, but we'll deal with that later. First, let's take a tour of the zoo. Obviously, the giant pandas are the main attraction for this zoo, and luckily for us, we have one which was born just a few days ago. Let's go and have a look at it.
In a sec, Nance. I want to check this zoo out.
Don't be shy. Select the panda cub.
Nancy, I'm busy, goddammit. I really like this zoo. I mean, this is what I was on about a second ago. This is just a really well-designed, cool little zoo. It's actually very similar to what I want my Asian temperate to look like. Again, I'll go a little bit more over the top, but yeah, it's really well put together. I love the multiple levels of elevation, all the different colours, love the little fountains. It looks great, and this is when it's pouring down rain. Anywho, let's go find ourselves a panda cub.
Click on the camera to enter animal camera mode.
It's Lin Lin.
Oh, doesn't it just warm the cockles of your heart?
So British.
So cute. Did you know that giant pandas, or Ailuropoda melaleuca for being formal, are the only entirely herbivorous bears? They can actually eat up to 38 kilos of bamboo a day. Not that surprising, given that they'll spend up to 14 hours a day chomping away. I don't imagine this little fluff ball has that kind of appetite yet, though.
Look at him!
I just got word from one of our keepers that a sable antelope was placed into a habitat without going through quarantine first, and that they're displaying signs of disease. We'll have to move them into quarantine to stop the infection from spreading to the other animals. To do that, go to the highlighted habitat, find the infected animal, and then select them to bring up their information panel.
This is a really cool exhibit. I'm really impressed. I really like, yeah, it's got all these different layers and levels to it, which, what's that? Oh, it's a light. Cool. Anyways, right, yes, to work. Sorry, Nancy. We're looking for our, I'll come back to you in a bit, Panda, okay? Once it stops raining. Here we go. Let's find that sable antelope. Is it you? Come here, buddy.
Good. Now click move and then transfer them into quarantine. I've highlighted the quarantine facility in the zoo for you.
She's a good girl, Nance, isn't she? She's a good egg.
Oh, phew. That's a relief. Now that we've stopped the infection from spreading any further, we need to build a vet surgery so the antelope can be treated and then returned to his habitat. I've already highlighted where I'd like you to build it, so why don't we head over there?
We've got a nice little, we've got a nice little blank space in there. There's going to be the front. Perfect.
Surgery, click on facilities, staff facilities, and then vet surgeries.
Yep, add to group. Beautiful. We just need to drag down, rotate around. Perfect. You happy with me, Nance? Tell me I've done good work.
That's the job.
Thank you.
Vet surgeries play a very important role in a zoo, as they're the only places that vets can treat the animals. Once there's room for the antelope, the vet will pick them up from quarantine and bring them to the surgery. Yes, diseases can spread through a habitat quite easily, especially if the water inside it isn't being cleaned regularly. As it happens, I just got a report that one of our water treatment facilities has broken down and the water in the flamingo and saltwater crocodile habitats has gotten dirty. I've highlighted the water treatment facility for you, so you should go and check it out.
The flamingo, the babies! Okay, doing the leg thing.
Water treatment facility to bring up its information panel.
As soon as I clicked him, he instantly stopped.
Good work. Now that the water treatment facility has been repaired, the water will be cleaned up in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. You can also use mechanics to repair power facilities, transport rides, bins, benches, signs, and, as you already know, habitat barriers. Now, I'll be honest, I'm still a little worried about that disease scare we had, so I think we should do some research into it. Doing research into a disease can help prevent future outbreaks of it. And even if we do have an outbreak, it'll make the disease much less potent. I'd like you to start some research into bordetalosis. Disease research can be found in vet research, so head over to your research centre and get one of the vets researching it.
I tell you what, I realise there's a nice little chain link fence there, although I'm surprised that's strong enough to stop a crocodile. There may be a chain link fence, but this cannot be a comfortable life for the flamingos. You're swimming around, chilling, having a good day. You decide to swim. Hey, what's this chain link looking thing? You swim up to it and there's a massive saltwater crocodile staring you down on the other side. That's not fun for the whole family. That's not fun for any family. It's fun for the crocodile, I suppose. Right, what am I doing? Oh yeah, there we go. We're going to research... Oh, we've got the stuff. We've got okapi. I actually haven't seen the okapis yet. There's a lot of animals I haven't checked out, so we're going to go have a little look at those at some point once we research bordetalosis.
Lovely job. Once that research is complete, I expect we'll send that disease packing in no time.
Whew! That was a close-run thing with those antelopes. I dread to think what might have happened if you hadn't got them into quarantine as quickly as you did. Fast thinking there. We had a horrible outbreak of viral gastroenteritis here at Goodwin House. Although, luckily, that was just limited to me and my wife.
Right. Now that we've got all our urgent tasks in hand, we can start to focus on the guests and improving their time in the park. You see, you can also do research into new and improved guest facilities, transport rides, as well as new types of barrier and other things via the workshop. I've highlighted the workshop for you, so head over there, select it, and then click on View Workshop.
Do you reckon Nancy and Bernard ever kind of hooked up in the past? And it's a little bit awkward. They're kind of working together, they're getting on. At the end of the day, right? Nancy is incredible at her job. That's why... No, I'm not making that joke. Nancy is incredible at her job. So Bernard doesn't want to get rid of her. And he's also married, you know? It's like this little sordid affair. I don't know why we're going for this, but they had like a little sordid affair at some point in the past. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's absolutely gorgeous. See, we can talk about sordid affairs and the beauty of the exhibit at the same time. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, they have this little sordid affair, but they're so good they have to keep working together, and there's like this undercurrent of dark sexual tension running through the entirety of Planet Zoo. There isn't, but we're going to pretend because it'll make it more entertaining. Right, there is the workshop. Begin researching just a memento. We can do that, not a problem. I'm just going to do this the normal way, if you don't mind, Nancy.
And finally, assign a mechanic to research souvenir shops by dragging and dropping them onto it. I can't wait to see what they come up with.
Quiana Hellbrook. That's a great name.
Stuff. That research will take a little while, so let's have a look at something else in the meantime. Because we've had some good news.
Oh?
It turns out that we're allowed to adopt more giant pandas. The authorities have given us 3 females to help with our breeding program. Even so, I'm sure you know how notoriously difficult it is to get pandas to breed, so we'll have to be patient. Our current giant panda habitat is full to the brim, but luckily we've already got another habitat ready to go. But before we move our new pandas in, they'll need to go through quarantine. Of course, we can't do that until we've accepted them. So open up animal trading and go into the animal reward section.
There, Nance. Talk to me. There you go.
Just click transfer to animal storage next to each of the pandas, and then they'll be sent there. Finally, we can send them from animal storage to quarantine. To do that, just select them in animal storage, then click send to zoo, and then click on the quarantine facility in the zoo. Don't worry, I've highlighted it for you so you can find it easily.
Cheers, Nance.
While we wait for them to clear quarantine, you should set up their new habitat so they feel at home in there. I'll also need you to bring over one of the male pandas from our other habitat, because without him, we're not going to have much of a breeding program, are we? So go on, move him over and get everything set up for your pandas.
Gotta pick the best one, Nance. I want like a top breeder. That's what I look for in my pandas and my men. Right, so we're gonna go for Guang. Guang? Probably Guang. We're gonna move Guang over here into this lovely looking little thing. Isn't that delightful? Absolutely beautiful. Guang is moving over. And as soon as he's over, then we'll be able to use the filters to pick some... Actually, we can do that anyway. So we just need to go over here. We're going to pick a panda. Pick a panda. And we're going to go into habitat and we're going to pick some panda-y stuff. Don't know why I had to click them in the first place. I definitely didn't. So, what do pandas like? Pandas like feeders. Pandas also like other feeders. Pandas like hose balls and wind chimes. There we go. We done? What's going on? Let's beat our time a little bit. Where is he? Where's my panda gone? I'm going to track Guang. He's on the move. There he is. How are we doing, Guang? Are we happy? We are moderately happy. I suspect that's probably a terrain. Oh, it's a plant thing and a terrain thing. Okay, not a problem, my big feathery friend. Feathery? These are some weird-ass pandas. We just need a little bit more short grass. There we go, easy peasy. And some lovely temperate Asian plants. So let's get to work. Asia. Temperate. Asia. There we go. Okay. It's nice when things just work. I've just been battling in the franchise mode playthrough. You'll see a little later on tonight, well, in like an hour or two. And oh my god, the disaster. It was just such an utter blimmin' disaster. It's nice that I can just hop in the campaign and things go a little bit better, you know? I'm a little bit less stressed out. So some bracken in. Can never go too hard on the plants, folks. There's no such thing. Despite what society wants you to think, this is what the Joker was really on about in that entire film, right? Never mind mental health or anything. Plants, that's what he's on about. Bloody foliage. The Joker freaking loves foliage. Alright, that's a happy panda right there. He's just been boxed up for no apparent reason. I'm done, Nance. Be proud of me. Oh, I need a feeding station. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Yeah, you say it's a good idea. It doesn't actually matter just because we do have a enrichment feeder. And as we know, they will prioritise enrichment.
Our new female pandas have been given a clean bill of health. You'd best move them into the new habitat so they can settle in. And I hope you've made their habitat as comfy as possible, because animals will only breed if they're happy.
Nance, you're gonna love it. Don't you worry. You're gonna love it, they're gonna love it, everyone's gonna love it. Let's grab them out of quarantine. Quarantine, by the way, also Fang is my favourite name for a panda. Although Kwei Kwei, Wen and Chunhua, I love them all. Lin Lin is still my favourite. The quarantine is actually super helpful. If you've been struggling in your game a little bit, maybe your animals aren't being fed and they're starving, shove them into quarantine, they'll get all their food back and stuff like that, and you can kind of fix the issue whilst all that goes on. Quarantine is deceptively useful, it really is. Why? What? Why would this be an invalid location? Why? Why? I don't understand. It's literally called the new panda habitat. Okay, let's just go. I guess they want me to go to the quarantine building. All move. Gonna work now? There we go.
Oh, bless. I think they'll be really happy in there. Fingers crossed we'll see some lovely new cubs sooner rather than later. Right. While they're being delivered, we'd better get on with something else. Oh, dear me. There's never any time to rest when you're running a zoo, is there? Well, unless you hit the pause button. Okay, I think it's time I taught you all about work zones. I know, they don't sound as interesting as the animals, but trust me, they're ever so useful. You see, work zones are a way of making sure that your staff concentrate on specific habitats or tasks within the zoo, so they aren't wandering off elsewhere when it's time to feed the animals or the like. So let's start by creating a new work zone, and then assigning a keeper to it so that they know to look after the new pandas. To do that, go into the zoo section, then click on staff, and then work zones. Now, click on New Work Zone.
Way ahead of you,
To
Nance.
set up your new work zone, I'll need you to select the highlighted habitat gate, staff room, and keeper hut. Oh, and don't forget to name it something useful. Once you're done, just go ahead and exit the work zone creator. Now let's hire a new keeper and assign them to our new work zone. We don't want them getting distracted by other goings-on in the zoo. Go on, hire one.
I love this new lighting effect. I think this is new. It used to just plop them down. It's actually quite hard sometimes to tell where your keeper was going to go. Now you get to beam them in like you're a frickin' alien of some description. Oh. Aww, they're in the tree together. That's physics. Don't argue with physics. Boop.
Then, click on your new keeper to bring up their information panel and go to their employment tab.
There you go.
There you go. Now your keeper will focus his attention on our new pandas. Oh, and just so you know, all types of staff can be assigned work zones. Just make sure that they have access to all the buildings that they need. And one last thing, you might find it faster to assign them from the work zones tab in the staff section of zoo management. That'll save you having to chase around selecting your staff one by one.
That's kind of adorable.
Oh, it sounds like the brand research has been completed. You should collect your rewards, and you can do that by clicking on the notification or by going back into mechanic research.
I've got to say, I'm falling in love with Nancy. Her voice does a lot for me. Never mind Bernie and his sordid affair. Me and Nancy, we're gonna have the sordid affair. I'm telling you. We're gonna look at Planet Zoo in a whole new light by the end of this campaign.
Now that we've got our lovely new Just a Memento shop designed, you should build one of them near the zoo's exit. That way the guests won't miss it on their way out, and we won't miss out on their money.
Just a memento. I've never had just a memento. I'm very excited. I think it's actually... Is an exit a thing? What? What's that? Guest spawner. Zoo entrance. I don't think it's a thing. I think there's an entrance and an entrance, and every entrance is also an exit. There's definitely a joke there. We're also going to ignore that one. Right, just a memento. I'm going to want to kill some of this fence, aren't I? Oh, it's part of the... Oh! It's part of the path. That's really cool. Huh. I never have the barrier auto-included on the ground path, the railing, but maybe I should, because that looks beast. That's right, I said beast. It's 2001 all over again. Anyways, facilities! Just a memento. Add to group. Give that a little rotatoroo, like so.
Oh, that's ever so wonderful, that is. Anyway, I'm just off for a moment, but I'm sure I'll have some more jobs for you to look at shortly.
Oh, those pandas look just adorable. I can see why people keep foolishly forgetting that they're wild bears. And good work on that new gift shop branding. Just a memento. Very clever. Much better than our old overpriced gifts branding. I'm all for truth in advertising, but it was perhaps a little on the nose.
Back as promised. Right. I'd like you to increase the number of different species in the zoo. Now, you can find out what species are already in your zoo by going into the zoo section and then into the animals area. And if you're wondering how you're going to fit them all in, then mixed species habitats are a great way to save space and create interesting habitats. Just make sure to check the Zoopedia to find out which species enjoy living together. E.g., don't mix lions with antelopes.
You don't tell me what to do. You're not bossing me. Okay, folks, we're going to make this a fairly short and sweet episode. We're going to spend a little time chilling out in the zoo. We're going to go take a look at the pandas and stuff, because I kind of love the pandas. And this flamingo exhibit. I love this zoo so much. We're going to hang out with the pandas for a little bit, but the next episode we're adding 3 new animals. I think we can probably add in a cheeky new exhibit over here in the corner. So I'd like to give it a go at maybe, you know, somewhat replicating the design they've already got in the zoo. Like, really try to build an exhibit, basically, because just because we're in the campaign doesn't mean we can't do some proper exhibit design, right? It'd be quite cool to try to do some interesting little exhibits, kind of treat it a little bit more like franchise mode when it comes to the gold mission, which does seem to usually focus around adding new species and building new exhibits. So we're going to do that in the next video so we can take our time and really enjoy it. It's been a fairly chill. I love this bridge. Look at that bridge. Are you looking at it? If you've got YouTube on in the background, you know, you're doing your homework, you're writing an angry letter to Pokemon. For some reason, I couldn't think of anything. I nearly went with Playboy, but God knows why. Then, you know, look at the screen, look at the bridge, and then go back to writing your angry letter. Let's check in on Lin Lin. Where's my adorable Lin Lin? Lin Lin is not a staff member. Lin Lin should be a staff member, though. Let's find Lin Lin. I mean, they're just the cutest little. Oh, the noise. Okay, that's Lynn. Stop it. That's kind of terrifying. I really want to get the little mouth open. The noises are so cute. Oh, it's breaking my heart just a little bit. What are you up to, Lynn? Let's just see what she does. Just chilling at the moment, exploring the bamboo patch. Getting used to it, getting ready for her life of doing nothing but chomping down on some bamboo like a giant fluffy vacuum cleaner. Oh, the ambient music as well. I've got to start including that a little bit more. It's quite nice. Okay, Lynn, I love you, but I actually really need a thumbnail, so if you can just come over here, that'd be really helpful. Sorry, Lynn. I really am sorry. Oh. I mean, okay, that's kind of more. It's kind of cute, but in a more what you looking at kind of way, you know. Let's get some green screen on there. Bring that up just a little bit. There we go. Looking great, Lynn. Do that one more time. Yay! How can you not love them? And I'm not big on pandas. I mean, pandas themselves are fine, perfectly adorable. My problem with pandas is, what the problem most people have with pandas is that so much money gets put into the panda conservation efforts that other animals kind of get left by the wayside because other animals aren't as cute and fluffy. And that upsets me a little bit. Well, upsets is a strong word. But it'd be nice if that wasn't the case. You know, it'd be nice if you didn't have to be super cute and fluffy in order to get recognition as a species worth saving, basically. I totally understand why that's the case, but it's a little bit daft as well. But that's not the pandas' fault. The pandas don't choose. Okay, pandas are a bit daft and they don't breed for some reason, although we are slowly figuring out how to make that happen a little bit better than we have been in the past. Actually, where the hell have you gone? Okay, that's it. That's the one. That's cuter. Just let me grab some thumbnails. So I guess it's not really the panda's fault. It's just it does make me dislike them a little bit more. I'm sorry, pandas. If any of you watching this video are a panda, I really do apologise. It's not your fault necessarily. It's just breed, man. Just stop being silly and just have babies, okay? Anyways, what are you gonna do, Lin Lin? What's the plan? Over them break my heart. First Nancy breaks my heart, then Lin Lin breaks my heart. I love this little tunnel. Lin Lin's big adventure. I kind of want to release Lin Lin into the park itself. You know, just let her roam around and explore. What we'll do is we'll get gold in the next video. We'll get our 3 brand new species. One of them will be a new exhibit. One of them will add to existing exhibits and stuff like that. At least, probably something like that. And then we're going to let Lin Lin out. Once I've got my gold and I'm ready to move on in the campaign, I want to see Lin Lin go on a little adventure out into the park itself to see what she gets up to. Lin Lin's big day out. Lin Lin, you're not allowed to grow up, okay? You have to stay a baby until I'm finished, otherwise it's going to ruin the effect. Right, so beautiful, beautiful new park. It's so crazy to me that these parks are amazing looking. They really are. And you spend like an hour in each one if you drag it out a little bit. You know, it's just this flash fire tour of these gorgeous places that you never really get to do properly. Huh. But yeah, really cool. Thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back tomorrow with our brand new... Was that my phone? Shut up, phone. Shut up, world. We'll be back tomorrow with our brand new exhibit then. We're going to add 3 new animals. I will try to focus on animals we haven't played with yet as well. Generally speaking, that will be the idea going forward. There's been a lot of orangutan and a lot of panda lately, so I'm going to try to mix things up a little bit more. But, yeah, hope you guys are enjoying the campaign. I definitely am so far. Thank you for joining me. Cheers much as always. Hit that like button. Bye-bye. Hey folks, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to help support me a little bit more, you can do so at patreon.com/BestInSlot. There's a link in the description down below. Every little really does help in times like these, but it's not at all expected, and by just watching the video you've already helped me out massively, and it makes you a pretty cool person, so well done you. Thanks for joining me either way, I'll see you next time.